One of the most ironic aspects of money and wealth is that appearing affluent is not needed for true riches. Many struggle to understand this because there's a common belief that being rich must be visible displays of luxurious items. However, true wealth often lies in living a modest, unassuming life. When I say, looking poor, I'm not suggesting wearing tattered clothes or driving a car with emissions coming out. Rather, it's about embracing simplicity, devoid of flashy displays of wealth. To truly accumulate wealth and ensure financial stability, it's essential to appreciate the significance of modest living and redefining our view of what it means to be rich. In this video I want to talk about 7 reasons on why looking poor is important. The first reason is looking rich is the fastest way towards poverty. Thinking that being rich is about making it visibly known is the fastest path to going broke. We see this all the time with professional athletes. Let's say this athlete makes $20,000 a month, then gets a luxurious house, a collection of cars and tons of stuff, increasing their expenses to $20,000 a month. Although they look and feel rich in the moment, when the money stops coming in, which is something that happens pretty quickly with athletes, they have these high expenses but no income, no savings, and immediately go broke. Regardless of income level, excessive spending spells financial doom. Even with a $20,000 monthly income, exhausting all money on expenses leaves one vulnerable to unforeseen financial challenges. Looking rich is not sustainable in the long term, so looking poor is important, because it is sustainable in the long term. Opting for a modest lifestyle enables one to accumulate wealth steadily, fostering resilience against life's uncertainties. The second reason is looking rich burdens you with liabilities. The problem with looking rich is that you end up buying liabilities. When you decide to look rich, these liabilities really burden you and prevent you from growing wealth. For example, if you want to look rich and get nice clothes with a credit card, a fancy car with an auto loan, a big house with a high mortgage, you have all these liabilities to worry about. So whenever you make money, a big chunk goes to paying off these liabilities. Having too many liabilities makes it hard to get ahead in life. So, looking poor is important because you avoid having too many liabilities and you end up having more money to buy assets, which are things that provide you future benefit. When you decide to look poor and limit your liabilities, you have more money to build your assets, like your emergency fund, buying stocks or other investments, which help you grow your wealth. So, looking rich is a lifestyle burdened with liabilities, but looking poor is a lifestyle enriched with assets. The third reason is that looking rich traps you in a survival mindset. As I just said, looking rich forces you to buy liabilities, whereas looking poor allows you to buy assets, making it easier to grow your wealth. When you're trying to look rich and you're spending all your money on liabilities, you end up living in the survival mode of making money, getting nice things, paying for these nice things, running out of money and making money again, regardless of how much money you make. If you're living this lifestyle where you're trying to look rich, and spending all this money on liabilities, you're going to end up in this vicious circle of survival mode, always in the need to make money to pay off your liabilities. So looking poor is important because it allows you to buy more assets to grow your wealth. Instead of being trapped in this survival mode, you make money, have less expenses to pay for, and invest the difference in assets. In long term, your assets will grow to the point where you don't have to worry about running out of money before the next paycheck comes in. The fourth reason is that looking rich makes people view you differently. Another huge drawback of looking rich is that when you portray to the world that you have money, people start to view and treat you differently. For example, your friends and family might feel entitled for you to help them. You could surround yourself with phony people and people might try to take advantage of you. Looking poor is important because people won't know how much money you have. When you look like an average person, you're viewed as equal. People are more authentic around you and no one's trying to get something out of you. In the world we live in, it's a competitive and opportunistic environment. If people believe you possess wealth due to outward displays, it invites exploitation from others seeking to capitalize on your perceived riches. The fifth reason is getting rich is just a collection of many small decisions. The equation to achieve success in anything in life, especially when it comes to building wealth, is making many small decisions that ultimately add up to something much bigger over time. Looking poor is important because it's all about making small decisions every single day that add up to something much bigger. Consider the daily choices we make regarding spending, saving, and investing. Opting for homemade meals instead of dining out, choosing to save a portion of each paycheck, or investing in assets that generate passive income, all these seemingly minor decisions contribute to long-term financial success. It's important to recognize that the path to wealth is not always linear, nor is it devoid of setbacks or challenges. However, by consistently making prudent choices and learning from mistakes, we can steadily progress towards our financial goals. Looking poor allows you to make small decisions each and every day to save money and build your wealth. The sixth reason is true wealth doesn't need validation. Many people who try to look rich and convince other people that they have money are usually drowning in debt because their entire lives are just funded by debt, car loans, high mortgages, and maxed-out credit cards. When people look rich, they're just trying to prove to other people that they have money, but true wealth doesn't need to prove itself. When you have real wealth in life, you don't feel the need to prove it to other people because you have freedom, security, and options in your life. When you have options, why does it matter if other people know? So looking poor is important because the less you care about what other people think, the more empowering money is. The less you care what other people think, the more you can use money as a tool to live the life that you want. The final reason that looking poor is important is financial peace is simply superior. To some extent, everybody wants to have nice things. Whenever you drive past a big house, you think, I wonder what it's like to live there. People try to look rich and get a bunch of nice things because it's something deep in our human nature. We're attracted to shiny things, big things, and abundance. They're cool things, but you know what's much cooler? Financial peace. There's nothing better than not having to worry about money. There's nothing better than having wealth that gives you freedom, options, and flexibility in your life. Because having that type of wealth allows you to sleep easy every night knowing that whatever surprise tomorrow brings you, you don't have to worry about money. So looking poor is important because although fancy possessions are cool, to have having financial peace is much cooler. Attaining financial peace offers incomparable value. Anyone who disputes this likely overlooks the genuine priorities in life. Redirecting investments towards freedom rather than accumulating liabilities and material possessions derived from looking rich yields far greater rewards. These are the 7 reasons why looking poor is important. Thank you for watching till end. If you are still here, it means you learned something from this video. Like the video and subscribe to channel to learn more about money and financial independence. Comment about your views on if looking rich is important or looking poor in spite of riches is better.